Hello, thanks for clicking on my video. Just a quick note, you have to make sure your speed is all the way up. And if you've already seen the beginning, I'm going to put a timestamp up now if you want to skip the beginning. Enjoy the video. Alright, so if you're still here, you probably need to know how to do the beginning. And so we start out, and we're a dog. And so, I've played through this game a lot. Some of that comes from the fact that I tried recording this a few times, and it just didn't, work, I guess. So anyway, we talked to Tommy, and Tommy's this dog right here, and she says that she needs the toilets in the bathroom, but in order to get that, we have to get the key to it, and James gives us a mouse if we give him 100, and we need to get that mouse, because then we can give the mouse to Chris, and Chris tells us that James put a key in the sink. And so that key is the bathroom key, and so that's how we get into the bathroom, which, obviously is important. Now, normally, you would think, oh, let's go right to the bathroom. But actually, we have to give Sony, I forgot his name for a second. We have to give Sony 300 bugs, and then he teaches us how to swim, and then we can get the toy. And that was me being confused, trying to figure out where to go. So anyway. Yeah, so then he teaches us that we can swim, and now we can go and grab the toy for Tommy. After I collect a whole bunch of bugs, even though I have an extreme amount. The thing is, the more bugs you collect, the better, because if you're trying to get all of the endings like I was, having extra bugs at the end of certain playthroughs can be really useful. Because they will, the amount, if I ended this playthrough with 1,000 bugs, I'm going to have 1,000 bugs the next time I start. And so it's really cool. So anyways, yes, we talk to Tommy and we give her the toy. And then she says that she needs medicine because someone pushed her. And so we go up to Chris, and he says he wants 500 bugs because he needs to eat, and he gives us a DVD. And we have to go and play the DVD, even though, I don't need it because I have the password memorized. Because all the DVD tells us is the last digit of the password to open up the jail cell where Julia is. So anyway, if we go back up to Chris's... Oh, okay, we're not going up to Chris's doghouse. We're going to collect bugs first. Okay, now we go up to Chris's doghouse, and we can see that he's not there, and we can go inside. And so we go into this tunnel, and we find him. And he's like, oh, how'd you find this? And he gives us... And then my girlfriend texted me. So that's going to happen a few times. So don't mind that. She's talking about a dream she had. But anyway. I don't know why I didn't mute notifications when I started recording, but anyway, so he gives us the key so we don't tell anyone. The password to open up the thing is 4763. And then we open up the jail cell, and Julia tells us that she wants her puppy. Sorry, I got distracted because of the texts. So Julia says that she wants her baby, and we're all confused because we've never seen a puppy in here. We don't have a puppy. But actually, if we go up and talk to Chris, he tells us that, very cryptically, that something happened. We go into the flower pot, and we get a dead puppy. And so, obviously, that puts a spin on this very, lighthearted game. But yeah, so we give it to Julia, and she gives us the key to the warehouse, because that was the whole point of that. And because that's where the med kit is. It's in the warehouse. God, the eating animations are so terrifying. And yeah, so if we talk to Sony here, he talks about speed. And I said I didn't want to raise it because my speed's already at the highest level. But if it's not at the highest level, you can give him 200 bugs and it'll raise it. I think it only goes up 3 levels. So you only have to have a total of 600 bugs. Which is really easy for me at the moment because I have 5,000, but my speed's already up. And speed is another one of those things that stays in throughout the playthroughs. So if you have your speed all the way up in the first time you play it, it's gonna stay all the way up the next time you play it. And I think that's really cool. And now we have the med kit, so after I collect these bugs, we're gonna go and talk to Tomy. Probably. Unless I didn't. There we go. Okay. So, yeah. We give her the medicine. And then she says she needs oil. But in order to get oil, we have to talk to James. And James is like, oh, I want to propose to her. And that's my girlfriend again. Yeah, so then we talk to James, and he wants to propose to Tomy, but he needs 1,000 bugs. So if we give him 1,000 bugs, he gives us an oil pump, and we can get the oil out of the toilet. I don't know why there's oil in the toilet. I don't know. It confuses me so much. So yeah, then we talk to Tomy, we give her the oil, and then we can skip through the dialogue. She says, oh, I'm making a gift for you. I don't know why I didn't skip through the dialogue. Oh, I guess I just wanted to do that. So yeah, you talk to Julia, and so let me skip through Tony's dialogue. And then we say no need, and we say no, and then she'll go over to James and give it to him herself. And then he explodes. And so we grab the bedroom key because that's something that we need. And so then, if we talk to Sony, Sony's like, hey, please help me. And so because we need him to live, we're gonna make sure that he doesn't die. I don't know what this is. I think it's me waiting for my bark to be charged. I think that's what that was. So then we go over here and we grab the key, which sometimes takes a little bit of like weird fidgeting because you have to tap like a really specific part. I don't really know. But anyway, so now that we have the jail key, if we go and talk to Julia, Julia will tell us that she has this plan, which is basically get me out of here, we can put Tomy in here. And as long as James is dead, that works. And so we go out, and then we talk to Tomy, and we call her a murderer or whatever, and then she's like, oh, you're such cowards. But we win, and we lock her in the jail cell. And she's like, let me out. And we're like, no, because we're not gonna do that. Like, could you imagine if that's how jail worked? If out of nowhere you just had to say, I learned my lesson, and they would just let you out. That would be something. But anyways, so then we can go in here, and we see that there's a person in the bed. And I was waiting for my bark to recharge because what you have to do is you have to bark 3 times in a row in their bedroom. And then I proceeded to forget that I had to go into the bedroom, and I just barked it outside instead. Because I have a big brain, clearly. And then I just decided I was going to wait in here, because otherwise I was going to mess it up. So, yeah. Yeah, there we go. And so then you can bark 3 times in a row. I like waiting until it's fully charged just so that the little thing doesn't come up, you know? Like, because if you bark too many times, you have to, like, charge it. So, yeah. We talk to him, and I know I have enough bugs, but Julia gives you 500 bugs, and that's always nice. Because the human needs 1,500 bugs for them to, like, remember what happened, I guess. And so then we can skip through this dialogue. His eating animation is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. But anyways, yes, so then he's like, oh, I remember. And as it turns out, you and your dog switch bodies, and in order to switch back, you have to kiss. And if your speed's all the way up, you will catch him. As you can see, it's like a thing. Like, I'm, like, right, like, because you're so fast, you bump into him a lot, but the but, like, the thing can't fade away till here. So yeah, then he's like, oh, don't bite, I'll surrender. And then, God, I hate this dialogue. Kiss me anytime. It sounds so creepy. God. And then, like, the hearts come up. That's so disgusting. I hate it so much. And so yes. So then we have to look around, and this is how we learn more about each of our pets. So Chris is like, oh, he's normally in here. Makes sense after witnessing such a thing. James is like, oh, such a loyal dog. And Julia was in jail because she was bullying Tommy. And then we go and we see Tommy, and Tommy's like, oh, she was so cute. And then we go over here, and this weird old guy comes in. And I was really confused when this first happened because the first time I ever got this ending, which I didn't record, I got it by accident. I was so confused. But anyways, so we talk to the old man, and basically it's that we don't really know how to speak the human language, or English. And so he's like, oh, I'll teach you if you give me $10. And so the places they have to go are in the wardrobe, under the closet. It hasn't been discovered yet. Also, so he calls it a nest egg, and I don't know because I've never heard that before. Yeah, so we get $6 from the wardrobe, and if we go in here and we click, I think it's the top of the brown bookshelf, I hid the nest egg on top of the bookshelf. I don't know why. But then we get $1 from that, and then the last $3 are in the warehouse. And so we walk over and we go to the warehouse. And it's on one of the three, side things. That's right, I hate it right here. I don't know why you would... I don't know. This part of the game confuses me a lot. But anyways, yes. So then we have all of the $10. And we walk back over. I don't know. It bothers me that this character's mouth opens when he walks. Also, that animation. Some of the animations in this are terrifying. But anyways, so he teaches us human language. And then our wife comes in. She has, the only normal-looking walking animation, I think. And she's like, alright, come and eat. And it's just Julia, because I don't... so then it's basically, that animation's not normal. But she's like, oh, we're drunk. And when you try to explain it to her, she's like, oh, whatever. And so then you're talking about how much happier you were when you were a dog, and then you're like, alright, let's go get a drink. And you walk out the door, and that's ending 4, back to human. So I hope my instructions were, I keep slapping myself, I hope my instructions were, clear. I think I've been saying that at the end of every video, because the way I describe things tends to get really long and convoluted, and I hope that I'm describing it in a way that is good. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye!